Okay. I know this is going to come up, so I'm just going to address it before it really gets heavy. I have been getting sporadically over the course of my life little pep talks and emails about my music, saying how I need to just use my voice for the Lord. Now, contrary to popular belief, I grew up in church, baptized at 6 years old, but when I was 16 years old, I consciously made the decision to have my own relationship with God. And, you know, I'll admit I haven't been doing what I need to be doing as far as my reading my Bible, but I don't want to go into something where all of me is not in. It's almost like getting saved because grandma wants you to get saved. That's only an obligation. I want it to be because I want to do it. Now, the one thing that separates how I think about gospel music, like how I think and then gospel music, is like there's always a positive outlook. Like, I don't know, like, you know, it's almost like, well, I've been hurt and I've gone through the fire, but through it all, it's like, but sometimes I don't feel like that. If I'm hurt, that's just it. There is no conjunction. I'm just hurt. If I feel like, you know, if I feel angry, I'm just angry. You know, maybe one song I'll be like, you know what, but the word says be angry and sin not. And I'm trying not to whoop your behind, but Jesus, keep me near the cross. As a matter of fact, is there some more room up there for my flesh up there on that cross, Jesus? You know, something like that. But what I do now, I can see, come on now, y'all. As a matter of fact, I had to put a ring on it because, you know, I wanted it. But I could see if I was talking about, bitch, back that ass up and let me super soak your face and stuff like that. I could see that. You know what I'm saying? Then I would have a reason to feel a little condemned. But if I'm talking about, you know what? Damn, you are so fine. Like, you just make me want to just give it to you right here, right now. Ooh, but you know what, Lord? Please forgive me for lusting. That's the kind of stuff that I do because I keep it real. And some of these saints out here may not be able to keep up with how I am or where my head is. But don't come at me with that. Okay? I understand where my limits are and where the line needs to be drawn. Okay? And let me just point this out. These are my gifts. Okay? This is what God gave me. So when He gives you your 5, 10 talents, then you can do whatever you want to do with them. Other than that, stab my mouth. On some G stuff. For real. Leave me alone. If I want to, I mean, really, but when I think about it, when I think about all the stuff that I've written, now mind you, I have gone back to some of my stuff and cleaned it up because it's like, okay, that really isn't necessary. When I think about some of the stuff that I've written, I'm getting lost. I just want to get lost in your mind. I really want to find out what you're about before I take this any further. But Jesus is my rock, and that don't make no sense. I'm really just trying to take some time to figure out what type of person you are. How is that blasphemy? You know? Or if I'm telling you, you know what, looks aren't everything, boo. You know what I'm saying? You got to come up with something else. How is that just, you know what I'm saying? How is singing about the reasons that we're here and fantasy and, you know, love and happiness? How, you know what I'm saying? We're talking about something that's good or something that will help somebody else. You know, now mind you, like I said, if I were to be, you know, and I always try to make sure that I reference something back to God, whether it's me talking to myself, getting myself in order, or sharing, you know, with somebody else what not to do or how to come up with a better solution for a situation, you know, whatever the case. But other than that, I'm comfortable, you know, and I understand that God didn't make us to be comfortable. You know, sometimes I'm going to come out of my element, you know, because He didn't, you know, like I said, He didn't create us to be comfortable, you know, or else we're just going to collect dust. But as far as my music is, it is just fine. You know, so like I said, when you get your own talents, then you do whatever you want to with it. But this is mine. And I have gone through too much to channel everything that life has ever done to me into my voice. So until you can rewind time and take all of that away so I can sing about all the joy and laughter and the sunshine, then don't come at me. Do not. I'm not going to be talking about how wonderful life is because sometimes life be throwing kidney shots to death. The Bible says, get weary and not faint. I've gotten weary. And sometimes I want to faint. I haven't yet. But I'm just saying. I understand what you mean. And I have to remember my place, because I have to be an example for who I serve. But at the same time, that's my business. I'm not being carnal. I'm not saying I won't receive it, because I will react in a positive way. Unless, of course, you come to me the wrong way. You know, remember now. Remember David. There was a whole lot of folks in the Bible that God used, even though they was going through their stuff. I'm trying to get through going through. All right, but I don't have anything positive to say right now. You know, I'm still going through the fire. I'm still going through the flood. You know, I need a complete makeover. So, yeah, just please keep that. Please. And again, I put a ring on it because I wanted it.